What's up, guys? You got Code Tab here, and I'm gonna bring you some little news on the recent Smogon banning. I don't know how many of you guys noticed this, but I just woke up, checked my Facebook, and Smogon posted that the suspect testing with Mega Gengar is over with, and they have come to a decision that Mega Gengar, well, more specifically, the item Gengarite, will be banned from OU. Now I guess I can explain a little bit of why this is, and then at the end of the video I'll go through my own personal opinions on the banning. But first off, to start with, why did they ban Gengarite? Well, for a multitude of reasons. First off, they banned Mega Gengar because its stats were just super high. Sorry, my phone's going off, I don't know if you heard that, but its stats are just super high. It's really fast. If you give it a timid nature, it outspeeds a lot. I don't know the exact specs, but I'm pretty sure it outspeeds like base 90 Scarfers and whatnot, which is pretty good. Its base 170 special attack, uninvested, can pretty much 2-hit KO everything outside of a Blissey with one of its moves. It's really powerful, along with its Shadow Tag ability. If you run Taunt on it, you can, and I've had this happen to me before, if you run Taunt on it, HP max speed, without any special attack investment, you could go into especially defensive Blissey, taunt it, and all a Blissey can do back is, freaking, what's it called, Seismic Toss, unless they're carrying a coverage move such as Flamethrower. But pretty much you could just go in, taunt, and then proceed to Sludge Wave, Sludge Bomb, Focus Blast the Blissey to death. And granted, it'll take a while, but you could just keep taunting over and over again. They can't heal, and you'd eventually come out on top. And because they can't switch out. And when you have that kind of power to take down one of your supposed checks, you kind of have a problem on your hands. So that's pretty much the reason. Pokemon can't switch out, they're trapped. It's great move pool, especially with its new access to a fairy move, Dazzling Gleam, allows it to be pretty much uncounterable. And yes, there are ways to work around it, but I'll get into that in my own opinions. But on paper, if you look at its stats, its ability, and its move pool, there's really no Pokemon that can for sure counter a Mega Gengar one-on-one, depending on the Gengar set. And that's the reason why it's been banned. It's just because it's really hard to deal with, it's very powerful, it's very fast, and it's just a very powerful force to be reckoned with. Well, now I can go into my own opinions on this matter, and I actually was talking to a guy that was commenting on my videos. We went back and forth commenting a little bit, and both did agree that Mega Gengar should not be banned, but I guess now that it has happened, I guess I can give my own opinions. Yes, Mega Gengar is very powerful, and yes, it does have a great move pool and whatnot, but a good player of, you know, any kind of decency would have the ability to work around it. I mean, it's not like a Pokemon like such as, I don't know, a Mega Mewtwo Y, which is just so unbelievably powerful that it 2-hit KOs Blissey with Focus Blast with only half special attack EVs, but that's a different story. Honestly, I understand why it got banned, and I can understand it, and I'm fine with it. However, I think it could have been fine in OU. I think in OU it had its place, and it definitely it could have stayed, because a player such as me, and a player such as some other people who, you know, if they actually want to, will keep their OU ladder rating above like 1900. We can deal with those kind of problems. very easily. You know, just get up hazards, since it doesn't have levitate when it goes mega. Get up hazards. You can deal with it with, you know, shadow sneak from an Aegislash, and it's pretty much no problem after that. Although I do understand it is very powerful, and Smogon does have to look out for everyone and not just you know, the above average players, I guess I'll say. They want to look out for everyone. Those people who are just starting out, if they get faced against a person who is pretty good at the game and they are using a Mega Gengar, they won't know what to do. They won't be expecting it, and then they'll probably deter them away from competitive battling because they'll see it as broken, as unfair. So they're kind of looking out for the lower guys, and I guess that's why they did ban a lot of stuff back in 5th gen, such as Dax's defense. You know, a lot of the newer players will not run a Rapid Spinner, and that's why they banned Dax's defense. And even if they did, they will not run a counter to, like, a Ghost Tech counter, so that way they can deal with this spin blockers. So I guess in the end, Smogon's just looking out for the lower players on the ladder, which I'm fine with, honestly. But I did predict that Gengar would be banned, not because I didn't want it there in OU, not because I thought that it was too good to be in OU, but just because it is a problem for people who don't prepare for it. So yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on it. In a nutshell, I'm fine with it being banned. I definitely think it could have stayed in OU, but ultimately I understand why it was banned, and I am fine with it. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. That's the reasoning why it was banned. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. Subscribe if you want to see more content. Like this video if you enjoyed it, if you got a little insight or information that you didn't know of yet. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later.